Mr. Strittmatter?
Here.
Mrs. Coons? Here. Mr. Reichner?
Here.
All right.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We're moving next into the reading of ordinances and resolutions, please.
Ordinance number 1908-2025, an ordinance to amend ordinance 1873-2024 pertaining to the water base and usage rate for the Village of Lakemore. Whereas the Village of Lakemore foresees a need to change the base rate and usage rates for the water services, and whereas the Council of the Village of Lakemore has determined the increase in water service rates are necessary in order to meet operating expenses, debt obligations, and capital reserve needs. Now therefore be it ordained by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1 Council approves to amend the current rates. The new rates will be effective on the April 1st, 2026 bill. Section 2, the following base rates will apply. Residential inn for water base rate every quarter will be $80.47. Commercial inn for water base rate every quarter will be $80.47. Section 3, the following usage rates will apply. The usage rate for all accounts in the Village of Lakemore will remain an additional $5.20 for each 1,000 gallons consumed and metered above the initial 1,000 gallons covered under the base rate. Section 4, the usage rates will continue to automatically increase 20 cents annually effective April 1st of each year. Section 5, all ordinances or resolutions or parts of ordinances or resolutions inconsistent with this ordinance will be repealed. All ordinances or resolutions or parts of ordinances or resolutions complying with this ordinance will remain in effect. Section 6, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the adoption of this ordinance were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all such deliberations of this council and any of its committees that resulted in formal action were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 7, this ordinance shall go into effect on and after the earliest period allowed by law.
Okay, we're moving it next into public discussion. Has anyone signed up for work?
Let me see if anyone signed up for this meeting.
No.
Okay,
Just wait to see if anybody shows up.
sure. The purpose of this meeting is to have an open discussion with any questions or concerns about the subject, and only the subject legislation, which is to increase the water rates. Okay. We'll wait.
What is the, while we're waiting, remind me again, what is the current and what is this going up to? Like, what's the difference? Like, what would be the
current-
quarterly?
It's about $30 a quarter.
Yeah.
30 quarter, okay.
$10 a month.
Yeah.
$10 a month.
I'm sorry, how much currently?
$10 a month.
It'll be,
It would
roughly
be
it'll be
increase.
increase about $30 a quarter or $10 a
Okay,
month.
it's increasing $10.
A month.
Yeah, basically $10 a month.
Just for 1,000 gallons,
The
That's the base.
bid, yeah.
Yes,
and then $5.
We already read
the
this,
next $1,000.
nobody signed it.
correct. So
Yeah.
$5.20, I believe, is the thing for every,
Thousand.
every 1,000.
paid for.
Yeah, maybe it's an
extra large.
You can give
Is that the same or is that different?
That's more also, that I believe it's $4 right now?
Yes,
$4 currently,
$1.20.
increase, per thousand increase,
yes.
And just to remind people also that we have done water rate studies. We've been working with a gentleman that is independent from the village or any of that. And basically, he concluded, and a lot of other people have concluded, we are charging not enough for our water rates.
Who is that?
Great Lakes RCAP.
Yeah.
The Ohio EPA prescribes based on demographics of the community water system, what rates should be charged for them to even consider for any kind of financial assistance, especially principal forgiveness, we were nowhere near what we needed to be.
So we couldn't get any grants
So-
if we don't charge
So
enough.
if we don't charge enough, then there's like, well, if you need the money, it's because you need to increase your rates.
Are we
So,
that different from
yeah.
Akron? I'm from Akron.
Mm.
With that different and.
Akron also has way more customers and a different customer base that they can offset the
Cleveland the
overall.
same. Because I
Mhm.
know I ran, and we're a lot higher than Akron and Cleveland.
Sewer, we are, for sure. Water, I'm not sure what we
Yeah, I
are for
had
sewer.
fire. And I'm looking at it as a rental.
Right.
I have rentals in Lakeport.
Right.
And it's just getting so, I put it on the tenants and.
Right.
And that's where I'm coming from.
Right.
To figure out.
Now, we do have in here, we'll have a first read for a sewer rate reduction.
Okay, the what first?
Sewer
The
rate,
sewer rate.
Is it
a reduction.
Is it a reduction or like a change in how?
It's a reduction.
It's a
Well,
reduction.
it's a reduction for the base.
Right, and then we're changing it so the usage.
The
rates are
usage,
higher.
so if you're using a whole lot, you're gonna pay more. If you're, like the majority of your renters are only 1 or 2 people,
They'll be
they're
paying
not
less.
using 5, 10, 15,000 gallons.
Right.
They're gonna pay less
Right.
than what they're paying right
So
now.
it should be,
A
when
lot.
we calculate it out, it
Yeah.
should be, when that goes through, they should be paying what they
Right.
are now or less.
That
Right.
just won't be able to show until, the July 1st
That's
bill.
July first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because we still have to have 3 reads, and we weren't gonna be able to have the 3 reads in time for the upcoming bill.
yeah.
Okay, and that is less than,
I'm looking
You said-
for it.
oh, okay.
So right now, the base rate is 300. We're reducing it to 200. But then the usage rate, which is it 6 now?
I'm sorry, what?
The usage rate? I think it's around 6.
6, yeah.
It's going up to $15.
Yeah.
So,
Usage rate of,
mhm,
they do it by the water, the
yes.
usage of the water.
Mhm.
How many gallons?
1,000, so the first 1,000 is $200,
Okay.
and then every 1,000 after that would be 15.
15, and what
Mhm.
is it now?
6.
I think it's around 6. It's more than what the water is.
Okay, and do you know where the cutoff is, that it's going to be more or less, like 4,000, 6,000?
1,000.
Well, 1,000 is the minimum.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, the bill will be, if my tenant uses 5,000,
Mhm.
will he be paying more or
Yes.
less?
More, because
More.
it's more than 1,000
Well,
gallons.
I think you'd say
Well-
like when, is the dividend, like,
Right.
if they use so much,
Mhm.
will they be paying less than what they are now versus like, when is that limit?
There-
Because everybody, all of mine use more than 1,000.
Yes.
200 for the
Yes.
first 1,000, and then
Compared to
15
what we
basically,
have.
so 15,
So,
100 divided by 15.
Right,
That's
yeah.
what,
so
I
if
mean,
they,
you're-
if they use 5,000 gallons, then it'd be 200 plus 15 times 4,
that's what
So it'd be
my brain's going.
60. So it'd be 260, so it would
You
be,
have to use over 6,000 more gallons, base, it's 6,
Okay, that's what you mean,
6.66, it'll equal to the 300 base.
okay,
So if they use over
6,000.
6,600, they're gonna pay more.
than what they're
If they
paying
use
right now.
Under 6,600, they're gonna.
Yeah.
To pay less, yeah. Yeah, because the
Than what
first.
they're paying now,
Yes.
correct?
Correct.
As
But
the base.
Because the
Yeah.
base,
As the
the
base.
base right now is 300, and to be
Yes.
able to get to that 300 quote thing is, you have to use the 6.6, so.
Just the, yeah, so they would meet that, just the base.
Yeah,
We're like,
yeah,
in
just, so you're
reality-
probably paying more than that anyway, because that
Mhm.
just hits the 300 base.
Right, because then you'd be.
Right.
And if they always are using over 1,000, that means they're paying,
Well, I think everybody's using over 1,000.
well, I'm just saying, that means that they're paying more than that 300, so that just hits the base of the 300.
For the 6,660.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you have like a single person or
A
a
lot of
small
fixed
family or
income.
whatever, as opposed to a family of like 6, you know, you have the base rate So it doesn't matter whether or not you don't wash your car, stop washing clothes but once a week, or, only do your dishes and go to paper plates and things like that. So if you're just at that base rate and you're paying that no matter what you do, and you don't have enough in that cutback, you're still gonna be paying that no matter what you do. As opposed to, like, if you're a family of 6 and you're paying, or you're using beyond that, if you reduce these things, yes, you will be paying less. You see what I'm saying? So,
Well, I see, except I have 4 rentals in Lakemore, plus mine and my husband, so we have 5 properties.
Mm.
And there's 2 people at 2, 1.5, because custody, 1 at the other, and I have, everybody's over 5,000.
Can I
mean,
ask-
I don't know,
Can I ask you a question?
yes, sure.
Do you pay their water?
I pay the minimum,
Okay.
and they pay what goes over. But I
Okay.
count the minimum as which is a little over $150 a month right now. So I'd sort of have to raise it to $175 a month that I pay.
But do you physically come in and pay that bill?
Yes,
Okay,
she
you
does.
do, oh, that's good, because I have heard stories that you are, not you, but landlords are depending upon their renters to come in and make the bill. And then they don't know that that bill hasn't been
Oh.
paid for a long time. So as one landlord to another, I'm just saying, I hope that you are the one
Yeah,
being
she's
responsible
always-
for your bill.
She's always been.
Because you will never
One of the
know.
better.
Well, I would never know, except I had the one that froze and broke that
Yeah.
I put a tag on it, to give me the meter reading.
Yeah.
And he just made up numbers, I think. So I turned them in, and here his pipes had already frozen and broke.
Oh,
Because he just made it, but that's neither here nor
Right,
there.
right.
But I'm just saying that everybody I know, I have nobody over 2 people, always use 5,000-6,000 minimum, up to 10,000. And I don't know if it's just, if we're not the normal. I don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
As
no.
far as-
I'm gonna
That seems
see
an
how
awful
much-
lot for 2 people.
It does.
it does. I mean, my water is included with my rent, so I don't know per se, but, I know, like, when we were looking at things as far as like what the base was and everything, like that seemed like quite a bit. But I mean, I don't know, because I know Nikki, like she said, her family, she's got 3 kids, her and her husband, and her washing machine's going, she's doing dishes all day, she's got baths, she's got, all that stuff, and they use a
I
lot
know,
more.
I'm
as a
trying to
church,
think,
too.
I don't know off the top of my head how much water, I would have to text my husband.
That's what I just did.
I do all the time, I'm like, do you know how much water we
Yes.
use?
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
Cody and I use about 9,000, 8 or 9,000 every
The
For 2
average,
people.
Per
yeah,
quarter.
average water usage
per quarter. Yeah.
for a family of 2 in Ohio is approximately 4,000 per month.
He likes
And I
water.
think the
Okay,
EPA, they
so
go
for-
way
for
under,
him
they
saying
say
then
like
like a
3,
quarter.
they say
That's
about
not
3,000 a
bad.
month.
Yeah.
I do have 2 around 45, but then I have 12. Now, my husband and I mean, my husband's handicapped, and I have to take care of him. The 2 of us, 36,200. Now, I do have quite a bit of laundry because of his situation and everything, but that's a lot. That's not a tenant. My tenant's, the most last time was 12,000 for a tenant.
Boy, that sounds like a lot.
Per 4,000 a month.
Bit of water
Oh.
alone.
So, I just kind of did some,
Be
napkin
surprised how people do
math
that.
for me. For $9,000 or 9,000 gallons for the quarter, we calculated $9,000 or 9,000 gallons. So 9 times $16, right?
15.
Well, really, it'd be $8 or 8,000 gallons, right? Because the first 1,000 is
Oh, yeah,
included.
8, but yeah.
But we'll say, we'll say 9. So it's $200 plus the base, or $200 plus the 144 extra for the gallons that I went over. With the new bill, it puts my sewer bill at $344. Currently, if we go by this rate that's already enactment, it puts it at $354. So technically, I would see, as a person that uses 9,000 gallons every quarter, a reduction of $10.
savings.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's, if you think about it that, and then we kind of like fold in the water it's $30 per quarter that's going up.
Yeah, so
really,
$10
You'll be
I'm
washed.
seeing- Well, I'm
You'll be
seeing
washed.
an increase of $20 a quarter, so what is that?
No, because you have $10 a month if you were saved. Oh, because you only saved $10. Never mind.
Right, I only
That's
saved
right.
$10 in sewer.
That's true.
With the increase, I'm seeing an increase.
Can I ask, what is the average water bill for the village?
Oh,
Just use the swag system.
I'd say 5,000, 5 to 6,000 a quarter. But
My
all
wife
the
and I
new
must be dirty.
houses have thrown, on the other side of Canton have thrown us way off because there's, some of the houses have way bigger families. There's people over there who water their yard all the time. Some of them have teenagers who use a ton of water.
But
If it doesn't
to
rain,
answer
my
your
water
question,
doesn't, my grass doesn't get
really,
watered.
what we're probably looking at is when it gets
Right.
that point where you'd be paying more, you'd probably be right around like 10,000 gallons at that point, right?
It's picking up everything you're saying.
So like, with this increased usage rate but decreased base rate, really that diminished returns point would be right at 10,000, just in here. So
Well, our rental's 7,800, so close to
Well,
yours.
that's, yeah, 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about, I'm
What's your
between,
average water bill?
47
I'm
to
right now, 'cause I don't
12.
pay attention.
I bet you're probably around 12 to 15.
Oh,
Who?
she's, yeah.
I'm even worse because
Nikki, yeah, she's.
Yeah, Nikki, yeah.
my mother-in-law writes checks still, so we just pay her. Sometimes I don't even see my water bill because I'm spoiled
Yeah.
to my mother-in-law coming up here and listen to me all like, sorry guys, I don't know what my bill is.
Since
'cause
we've
my
moved in the
mother-in-law-"
village,
I
I've
didn't
never
know.
had a water bill over $100.
Since you moved
Well,
to
that's
the
because
village?
our water is
'Cause you're not on
super
the
cheap.
sewer.
Right, it's
That's
just
'cause
the
you're not on
sewer.
Summit County Sewer.
That's why
Yeah.
you're not, oh, that's what they're
That's
concerned, they're
the
saying the whole
difference.
bill thing with
Summit County
water and
sewer.
sewer and
Oh.
trash. You don't have the sewer portion on your bill.
Yeah, that's the big difference there is
Yeah.
the sewer. And that's-
So you're just paying for the water.
Yeah, my water
Recap,
bills,
when's the water changing and when's the sewer changing?
The April 1st bill next year will be water, July
I don't
bill will
even have the
be
bill myself.
sewer.
Sewer.
Okay.
And hopefully you should see that sewer go down.
Even though Summit County is raising their sewer rates?
We aren't on Summit
We're not Summit
County.
County.
Well, wait a minute,
Where-
we don't know where you live.
Okay, I'm in Hidden Lake.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that's not.
So you
yeah.
wouldn't have anything, you wouldn't pay our sewer because you don't
Okay.
pay it now. You only pay the water.
That's on.
So-
Prices just didn't jive.
But because,
No.
because on the other side of Canton Road, we don't have a sewer line. You're on Summit County Sewer, which they
Okay.
are raising their rates. I'm
Yeah.
just not sure to what.
Okay.
Or when, right? We haven't
But that
heard
has
when.
nothing to do with Lake
No.
But
Forest.
I do
Yeah.
have Lakemore water.
You
Yes.
have
Yeah.
Lakemore
Yeah.
water,
over there.
yes.
Okay.
But you probably don't get a $485 water bill.
Well,
Not crazy,
I mean-
but like somebody said, newer houses, we had to water our grass.
Yeah.
To get anything to grow, it's terrible lawn, and, after you've been there a little bit, you just say, forget the lawn. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not
You
worth
get
it.
that first big water bill. it's not
Yeah.
worth it.
just put some succulents out there.
A few cans of spray paint.
Yeah, it's probably against village, policy and HOA policy, just like everything else.
All the chemicals, yeah.
Not village, but probably HOA.
Oh.
I suggested to people to just plant a whole bunch of native
Oh,
flowers
yeah.
and let them go. It's hard to kill native flowers.
I know, that's my goal. I wanted the whole front yard to be flowers.
Yeah.
I don't want to ever
Wow,
have to
wow.
mow
That's
it
my
again.
backyard, it's all flowers.
I know, you
Yeah.
have a beautiful
Yep.
backyard.
I have all flowers.
Tons
The
of
village
ferns,
won't come after you,
or,
but the HOAs, they are very picky about having grass.
They won't let you plant
No?
Gosh.
flowers.
Apparently they
Bush
got-
died in their bed, they're not flower beds, they're beds, so you're not allowed to plant flowers in the flower beds. They came around and replaced one of the bushes, and they said, make sure you water that bush, that doesn't die. And I said, not my bush, not my water. You know, bring around a water buffalo and tank it and water it, you know, if you want
Yeah.
to water it, I'm not watering it.
I know one of them HOAs up there hired somebody to come in and take out all the burning bushes.
Four-legged friend?
Yeah, I
Four-legged
lost
friend.
4 of them to the Hidden Lake beaver that actually came out and ate my bushes. I'm gonna send Dr.
Didn't just eat 'em.
Labadee a bill.
took them down to
To
the
the
nose.
ground.
They're, well, they might have, might be part of a dam somewhere.
I know. I meant to let him know that he might have problems over there because of this beaver, but then I'm thinking,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
whatever.
Let it.
We're gonna pull it out and just plant grass.
Baby's Big Brown Beaver. That's a song, yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions? Because we could probably adjourn this meeting unless you want to sit here and keep talking.
We got 10 more minutes.
Mhm.
Think anybody else is gonna show up in the next
Not
10
in
minutes?
10
I doubt
minutes.
it. It's so brutal out
I
there
will
today.
tell you, it's not too cold after Sunday. Never too cold.
Took me a long time to warm up.
I take it you went to Jerry Mercer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was
All right,
very
have a
nice.
good
talking
evening.
to
Thank
Thank you for
there.
coming.
So
Ma'am,
everything
thanks for coming
outside and
Thank
the.
you.
It
Have a
does
good
not seem
Christmas
nice
to
flying.
see you
Merry
again.
Christmas to both of you.
It turned out to be an awesome event.
Oh, my
That's
gosh.
good. I'm glad.
At Jeremy's,
I think.
Do we want
Motion
Can
to
we
adjourn?
adjourn? Yeah, I was like,
Is
somebody.
there a
Second.
second? Roll call.
yes.
All right, Mr. Ray? Oh,
Yes.
Fine. We was waiting for a motion to,
Oh, Mr. Ray, Mr.
Yep.
Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coontz?
Yes.
Mr. Eitner?
yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
All right, now.
Now we'll talk.
Yeah, it was good.
Mrs. Cochran?
Here.
Mr. Ray?
Here.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Here.
Mrs. Coontz? Here. Mr. Eitner?
Here.
Ms. Anderson?
Here.
Pledge of allegiance, please.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay. We're looking first for a motion to accept minutes from December 1st, 2025 council meeting as presented and not read, please.
I make a motion to accept minutes from December 1st, 2025 council meeting as presented and not read.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coontz?
Yes.
Mr. Eitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
We're looking next for a motion to accept purchase orders from December 1st, 2025 to December 12th, 2025 totaling $71,258.05 as presented and not read.
I'll make a motion to accept purchase orders from December 1st, 2025 to December 12th, 2025, totaling $71,258.05 as presented and not read.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coontz?
Yes.
Mr. Eitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
We're looking next for a motion to accept bills from December 1st, 2025 to December 12th, 2025 totaling $186,649.54 as presented and not read, please.
I'll make the motion to accept bills from December 1st, 2025 to December 12th, 2025 totaling $186,649.54 as presented and not read.
A second.
Roll call.
Mrs. Coontz?
Yes.
Mr. Eitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Reading ordinances and resolutions, please.
Resolution number 7518-2025, a resolution accepting the resignation of Jasmine Harp as a part-time firefighter medic with the Lakemore Fire Department. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1 Council regretfully accepts the resignation of Jasmine Harp as a part-time firefighter medic with the Lakemore Fire Department and thanks her for her service. Section 2, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the adoption of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all such deliberations of this council and any of its committees that resulted in formal action were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 3, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this resolution shall take effect on December 23rd, 2025. Resolution number 7519-2025, a resolution confirming the mayor's appointments of Sam Ray, John Strittmatter, 2 members from the fire department, and Clarence Bittner as board members of the Volunteer Firefighters Dependents Fund for 2026. Now therefore it be resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, and State of Ohio. Section 1, that the mayor's appointment of Sam Ray, John Strittmatter, 2 members from the fire department, and Clarence Bittner as board members of the Volunteer Firefighter Dependents Fund for 2026 is hereby confirmed. Section 2, that it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the passage of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all such deliberations of this council or any of its committees that resulted in formal actions were meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 3, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this resolution should take effect immediately. Resolution number 7520-2025, a resolution to apply for a grant from Firehouse Subs for Public Safety Foundation and declaring an emergency. Whereas the Village of Lakemore Fire Department needs training equipment, and whereas grant funds are available through the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, Ohio. Section 1, the Village of Lakemore Council approves the fire chiefs to apply for a grant from Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation to receive the Firehouse Innovations Forcible Entry Door. Section 2, the grant request is for $9,725. Section 3, this resolution is hereby declared to be an emergency in the interest of the health, safety, and welfare of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore and shall take effect and be enforced immediately. Resolution number 7521-2025, a resolution approving the Lakemore Police Chief to accept a grant from the U.S. Department of Justice COPS Office for Law Enforcement, Mental Health, and Wellness and declaring an emergency. Now therefore be resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, Council approves the police chief to accept a grant for $200,000. The Law Enforcement Mental Health and Wellness Act, or LEMM, HWA program is a federal initiative administered by the U.S. Department of Justice COPS Office that strengthens officers' mental health, resilience, and overall well-being. Funding is awarded to support evidence-based services, training, and wellness infrastructure within law enforcement agencies. Section 2, our regional LEM HWA project brings together 6 departments: Lakemore, Stowe, Talmadge, Mogadore, Cuyahoga Falls, and the University of Akron Police Department to address rising stress, burnout, exposure to trauma, and long-term health risks among officers. The program provides a coordinated package of clinical and non-clinical services, including individual and confidential counseling with licensed mental health professionals, trauma-informed leadership training for supervisors, stress management, resilience education, and suicide prevention training, yoga, mindfulness, and performance-based wellness sessions, a centralized wellness room hosted at United Community Wellness for all participating agencies. Section 3, this 2-year initiative serves approximately 208 officers across the region and establishes a sustainable model for ongoing wellness support. The program focuses on improving officer resilience, reducing cumulative stress injuries, and strengthening each participating department's long-term workforce capacity. Federal grant funding covers all program costs with no local match required. Section 4, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this resolution should take effect immediately. Resolution number 7522-2025, a resolution approving the police chief to enter into a donation agreement with the Village of Mogadore. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, the council approves the police chief to enter into a donation agreement with the Village of Mogadore. Section 2, an executed copy of the donation agreement is attached here to and made part of as a fully written herein. Section 3, that is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the passage of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all deliberations of this council or any of its committees that resulted in such formal actions where meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 4 of this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this resolution should take effect immediately. Resolution number 7523-2025, a resolution authorizing the village administrator to apply for, accept, and enter into a water pollution control loan fund, WPCLF, agreement on behalf of the Village of Lakemore for planning, design, and/or construction of wastewater or facilities Phase 2 and designating a dedicated repayment source for the loan. Whereas the Village of Lakemore is seeking to upgrade its existing wastewater facilities and phases, and whereas the Village of Lakemore intends to apply for the Water Pollution Control Loan Fund, or WPCLF, for the planning, design, and/or construction of the wastewater facilities for Phase 2, and whereas the Ohio Water Pollution Control Loan Fund requires the government authority to pass legislation for application of a loan and the execution of an agreement, as well as designating a dedicated repayment source. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, Council approves the village administrator to apply for a WPCLF loan, sign all documents for and enter into a water pollution control loan fund with the Ohio Environmental Protection Agency and the Ohio Water Development Authority for planning, design, and/or construction of wastewater facilities Phase 2 on behalf of the Village of Lakemore, Ohio. Section 2, that the dedicated source of repayment will be the sanitary sewer fund. Section 3, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the passage of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all deliberations of this council or any of its committees that resulted in such formal actions were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 4 of this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this resolution should take effect immediately. Ordinance number 1908-2025, an ordinance to amend Ordinance 1873-2024 pertaining to the water base and usage rate for the Village of Lakemore. Whereas the Village of Lakemore foresees a need to change the base rate and usage rates for the water services, and whereas the Council of the Village of Lakemore has determined the increase in water service rates are necessary in order to meet operating expenses, debt obligations, and capital reserve needs. Now therefore be it ordained by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, Council approves to amend the current rates. The new rates will be effective on the April 1st, 2026 bill. Section 2, the following base rates will apply. Residential inn for water base rate every quarter will be $80.47. Commercial inn for water base rate every quarter will be $80.47. Section 3, the following usage rates will apply. The usage rate for all accounts in the Village of Lakemore will remain an additional $5.20 for each 1,000 gallons consumed and metered above the initial 1,000 gallons covered under the base rate. Section 4, the usage rates will continue to automatically increase 20 cents annually effective April 1st of each year. Section 5, all ordinances or resolutions or parts of ordinances or resolutions inconsistent with this ordinance will be repealed. All ordinances or resolutions or parts of ordinances or resolutions complying with this ordinance will remain in effect. Section 6, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the adoption of this ordinance were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all such deliberations of this council and any of its committees that resulted in formal action were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 7, this ordinance shall go into effect on and after the earliest period allowed by law. Ordinance number 1910-2025. This is a second reading by title only. An ordinance to amend Ordinance 1775-2022 to increase the EMS billing rates and add rates for the fire department incidents. Ordinance number 1912-2025, an ordinance to amend all ordinances pertaining to the sanitary sewer rates and declaring an emergency. Whereas the Village of Lakemore has experienced positive results from the improvements made to the sanitary sewer system, and whereas the Village of Lakemore administration agrees the sanitary sewer charge to their customers can be reduced as the amount of sewage transported and treated is less. Now therefore be it ordained by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, Council approves to reduce the quarterly residential and metered sanitary sewer base rate to $200. The usage rate for residential and metered will be increased to $15 per 1,000 gallons consumed over the base 1,000 gallons. Section 2, Council approves to reduce the quarterly residential out-metered sanitary sewer base rate to $320. The usage rate for residential out-metered will be increased to $21. This includes the 40% surcharge for out-of-Lakemore accounts. Section 3, these new rates will become effective on the second quarter, July 1st, 2026 billing. All other rates charged will remain the same. The annual 20 cents increase to the usage rate will continue on the first quarter, April 1st, 2027 billing and thereafter. Section 4, all ordinances or resolutions or parts of ordinances or resolutions inconsistent with this ordinance will be repealed. All ordinances or resolutions or parts of ordinances or resolutions complying with this ordinance will remain in effect. Section 5, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the adoption of this ordinance were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all such deliberations of this council and any of its committees that resulted in formal actions were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 6, this ordinance shall be deemed an emergency measure as determined by the council in exercise of its home rule authority under Article 18 of the Ohio Constitution, and as an emergency measure necessary for the health, safety, and welfare of the village, because the contemplated rate increase is necessary in order for the village to continue to operate its public utility systems. Ordinance number 1913-2025, an ordinance to amend ordinance 1874-2024, make appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Lakemore, State of Ohio, during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2025. Now therefore be it ordained by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, Council approves to increase appropriations in General Fund, $6,338 for liability insurance premium, reader retainer fees, and bridge payment fees. BGA Grant Fund 2054, $10,000 for BGA expenses. Police K-9 Fund 2082, $603 for K-9 expenses. Emergency Medical Services Fund 2901, $2,707.74 for EMS supplies. Park and Rec Donation Fund 2906, $1,476.27 for gazebo project. Section 2, Council approves to increase revenue in General Fund $75,000 from income tax. BGA Grant Fund 2054, $10,000 from BGA grant. Police K-9 Fund 2082, $603 from K-9 donations. Park and Rec Donation Fund 2906, $4,914.16 from donations. Water Operating Fund 5101, $50,000 from consumer rent. Section 3, Council approves to change advance funds to transfer funds in General Fund to the Lakemore Fire EMS Grant Fund 2052, $4,498. Section 4, Treasury for payments from any of the foregoing appropriations upon receiving prop certificates and vouchers, therefore, approved by the board or officers authorized by law to approve the same, or an ordinance or resolution of council to make the expenditures, provided that no warrant shall be drawn or paid for salaries or wages except to persons employed by authority of and in accordance with law or ordinance. It shall be provided further that the appropriations for contingencies can only be expended upon appeal 2/3 vote of council for items of expense constituting a legal obligation against the village for purposes other than those covered by other specific appropriations herein made. Section 5, this ordinance is hereby declared to be an emergency necessary for the immediate preservation of the health, safety, and welfare of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore, Ohio. Therefore, this ordinance shall go into effect immediately.
Okay, we're gonna move into the mayor's report. Thank you, that was a mouthful. Thank you, Tracy. The only thing I have for my mayor's report this evening is that I owe an immeasurable amount of gratitude and thanks to my colleague Laura Cochran for 13 years of loyal dedication to the village of Lakemore. I've been working with her side by side up here for 12 years. You're the OG among us, the original gangster among us. I actually refer to you as the mob boss from time to time because of your political finesse, I'll call it, in getting things done. I can't believe this is the end of your ride with us. It's been 13 very good and effective years. I know that you were involved in the fiscal commission, getting Lakemore out of that quagmire that they were stuck in for so many years, and so many hurdles and so many troubles and woes that we just couldn't seem to overcome, but we remained steadfast and under your leadership, and we're very lucky and blessed to have you. I know that you filled in for Mayor Justice several times in his stead, and you filled in for me many times as mayor when I hadn't been able to be here. And I want to thank you for that. I'm really sad that you're not going to be with us. I can't believe it. Like, your shoes are so big.
They're only a size 9, so whoever has 9 in the bottom,
no, they're really big. You've shouldered a lot. I mean, you headed up nuisance abatement, and that is a terribly hard role to play in the village. But we've got a lot done as a committee and as a village in that regard. A lot of our nuisance properties have been abated or demolished and what have you. We're very lucky. One of the big hurdles that the people really needed many years ago was a police department, the return of the police department, and Lakemore is better and blessed for it. That was a struggle, so many meetings and so much.
About that.
Just
yeah.
Giving people heart attacks.
If people had any idea the amount of hours and work that you put in here, I mean, over the years, it's incredible. And from all the events that you've chaired and headed up, like Memorial Day Parade and Shop with a Cop, and you've always done it with a smile. Yeah, I know. Maybe sometimes it was fake. Maybe more often than not it was true. But that's a blessing because it's been so much hard work in the campaign trail and getting levies passed and door knocking and talking with constituents and so much. It's been a blessing to be working with you here, and I'm really sad that you're leaving us. We have a new guy.
Me too.
We have a new guy coming on board. I'm excited to see what he brings to the table, but there is definitely going to be a void. I don't remember you not being council president and the right hand of the mayor, so thanks for your service, and I'm sad to see you go, and I know you're not sad to leave us, and that makes me sad too.
Should be sitting in Arizona watching all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
With some popcorn.
When it's warm.
But it's not been easy. I mean, it's been very, very hard. And thank you for not giving up on us. I wish that you had 13 more years to give, and I get it. So anyway, thank you. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, I was doing a little bit of research. I have actually finished my 13 years, and this month starts into year 14. But my goal was to beat out my father-in-law, who resigned in his 13th year as president of Lakemore Council. So there's no date on this. But it was around 1970 or 71 when he resigned in his 13th year, and it says here he's
His
president.
name was on the plaque over there.
In
so
there,
it was
when that
71.
building was born, so
Yeah.
71. But so yeah, now I can say I beat him because actually December I'm done with 13 and started if I counted right, you know.
Sure.
But I also read I read a few things that I had written to a various newspaper, you know, when they sent me questions about what I hoped to achieve, you know, when I was sworn in and when I ran for election. And the first thing was I did sit on the Fiscal Oversight Board in 2010, so that was my pretty much first thing I did here. And when they asked me, can you give me, like kind of in order of priorities, what you want to obtain for the village, my first one was to get out of fiscal emergency, which we did. I was so happy about that. That was a couple years. That was pretty slim pickings around here. The second thing that was my number 2 was to bring back our police department. People, at least where I lived, didn't even know we ever had a police department. And like he said, that was a real struggle. We had a lot of fight with people certain people that didn't want to be brought back here. But on June 5th of 2017, they opened the doors here, and it's a project that's near and dear to my heart, that I always want to be successful. The third thing that I said was important to me was to get 24-hour coverage at our fire department and some full-time guys there, or girls. We did not have 24-hour coverage back then. Well, guess what? We do now. My last thing was I wanted to improve our infrastructure, which I feel this has been the best administration ever for working on infrastructure. You guys have gotten so many grants and repaired so many things that I think that I'm stepping back, accomplishing the things that I wrote about in 2012, I think it was, this article. These were my top things that I wanted to do. So I feel like we've accomplished a lot. This is a great group. I've worked with some councils that have not been the best. I could have done without at least a couple of the people, but everybody here is great. And I might be stepping back from council, but I'll still be involved in activities that you will let me be involved in. So that's it, except for I want to give a shout out to everybody that helped make Shop with the Cop last Saturday a successful event. It was great. We took more kids than we ever had. We had great volunteers, chaperones, rappers, everybody that had anything to do with, I thank you. And that's it for me. Reporting out.
I feel like I'm gonna cry. You're not. I'm like sitting over here like, oh my god.
Tears of joy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
yes.
Laura, the Black Road to the Plaza and the
That was another fight to get that open.
And the library coming here and
Yeah.
all the struggles with the plaza and
Or the struggle with the lawyer.
The list goes on. Oh my word! Yeah, we've had some rough,
Yeah, you got
rough
Lakemore
battles.
The
Fire
post office.
from the-
Remember that saga over there?
I had to fire the one engineer.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you do what you gotta do
It's been-
to move forward. And the lawyer.
I love it.
Okay, go ahead.
Cool. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna second what Rich said about you about Shop with a Cop. I thought it was fantastic. You truly covered a whole bunch, Rich. So I don't know a lot that I can add, at least on the council front. But I mean, me personally, shoot. When did I get on council the first time? Was it 2018, 2019? You've been my council mama ever since. And it's not just like holding our hands while you truly have this ability to get people on board with you, like a true leader, right? Of like, okay, here's why I think this is correct or whatever. And it's not trying to, impose your views on others. It's just like, it's the best part of council as far as just like us coming together with different views, finding similar grounds, and going and making better things from there. And on top of that, I love it. You liken to the mom boss, like our own little Big Ange. You know,
I'm like, Laura will protect me.
Yeah, like for sure there might be bodies somewhere. I don't know. But if someone does raise their voice here, you will be the first one to be like, I'm gonna take you out of this.
Like,
And
I'm
love that.
like, we don't need security. We have Laura. She'll handle
Right.
this.
Yeah.
I literally have said that before. I'm
yeah.
not even kidding. I'm like,
It's
Laura's here.
bananas. So there's just so much to like and love about you, from just the way that you see everything on this list to, I mean, even the way that you reply, you can't do events until you know what they are, just because you want to make sure it's fun enough to go. You know, like, I love it, and I love you. It's gonna definitely be a whole big shoes to fill, even though sometimes up here it does seem like they're clown shoes. But yeah, and I just appreciate you having the best view, the best goals, or having us put our best standard forward in Lakemore. And myself too, you know, and everything that you talk to me about, you want to see the potential in, and I love that. You saw the potential in Lakemore 13 years, 1 month ago, just started, and I'm so excited that I helped you accomplish maybe like one of those things. You did the rest. Truly, you and Rich a lot of the times, you and Ann by yourself.
Mhm.
So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, thank you. Wish my kids were here to hear this.
It's recording. We're gonna be making a sending
my
a
husband.
YouTube to your kiddos.
Yeah, I guess that is pretty much it for me, except that I'm just gonna knock one of the things off the list
Okay.
here. Just going back to the boring stuff, I know, but so we just had a hearing for our water rates, which we're voting on tonight, but we also kind of dropped a spoiler that we are introducing super rate legislation, which doesn't necessarily raise it, it changes it in hopes to save people money. So we're having a public hearing on that January 20th in 2026. So it's going to be at the same time at 5:30 here before we vote on it. But it's not going to, if it does pass, it's going to be effective in July. So we've got a little bit of lapse time for that. But that's all I got. I know I talked a lot, so I'll hand it over to you.
I'd also like to thank Laura for her time and everything, and hopefully that we, the remaining people here on council, will be able to continue on with the things that you wanted to do, continue on with making Lakemore a better place.
Amen.
I'm sure I'll be getting phone calls sometime along when she hears something that doesn't quite go right.
What was that?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I can
But,
see that too.
But also with the events and stuff that we do, I don't know if anybody else has been out there, but you get to watch Laura dance. That's awesome. Every event we go to, somebody starts playing music, and there she is. She's up and dancing. The last event that we just did together was out at Melanie Lake with the Fracture Toy Drive. They invited us both out there to be part of that. Lakemore kind of continued on with loaning them a Santa chair because their chair happened to snap a leg, and duct tape doesn't work for it. It was Santa Claus. So but that event there was awesome. All the people that came out, the kids, they had, I forget how many numbers of families that had registered to be there, but due to the cold weather, they said about a quarter. And anybody that's seen the video or any of the pictures from the event, to know that only a quarter of the kids the families that showed up, man, that was a big event.
It was huge.
It was huge.
They originally had, I think, 600 sign up.
Yeah.
It was just brutally cold.
All the toys, all the pictures with Santa, it was awesome. And if you get a chance, go down and just check out the Not Archie, the snow dude.
Not Archie, right.
Not Archie, the snow dude. He's at King Cam. So I'd also like to mention that our next council meeting will be January 5th and Tuesday, January 20th. Each of those will be at 6 p.m. right here.
Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna make it short and sweet, Laura. I know you're ready to get to the warm Arizona air, and you're ready, and you've been ready for a while. And it's just been listening to all that. You know, I showed up like towards like the end of you guys bringing this village back and the hard work. Like now that you're in the seat, and I can imagine the hours that you guys spent together getting everything back up and running. So. For everyone in Lakemore, we appreciate all the hard work bringing back our police department and getting us out of fiscal emergency. That would have been a hard time to be on council, and you guys really got us. We've just come so far.
We have.
And just it's been a real honor working with you.
Thank you.
And I have learned a lot from you. And I can't wait to see you dancing at some event, because you're not going nowhere. I know you'll be around for sure. There'll be a small break where she goes where the warm is, but we'll definitely be
Be
seeing
back
you.
in April.
So enjoy.
Thank you.
And you will be missed.
Thank you.
And big shoes to fill. And also, are we going to see anybody before Christmas? Should we wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year? I think we might have forgotten that.
That's
So
coming.
everybody who's watching, Merry Christmas, enjoy your families, and Happy New Year. Everyone be safe and have a very blessed, happy holiday with your families. And that's
Remember
all I have,
remember the
guys.
reason for the season.
Right?
I would also like to say thank you, Laura, for your service. And the Cochran name has been in the township, the village, for many, many, many years. A long, great legacy, which you have added to with the wonderful things you've done for our village. I've known you for 2 years, but I feel like I've known you for 22 years.
Thanks, I think.
I don't think Laura met a person that she never liked.
Oh, I
A
have.
few. But
And I know you would know.
it's my privilege and honor to have served with you on
Thank
council.
you.
I'd like to wish all the villagers a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and remind them that the food pantry for the Lakemore United Methodist Church is this Wednesday, the 17th, between 4:30 and 6 p.m. Just another friendly reminder, please, 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 in the village, little pantry in the village, non-perishable items only, please. And that's all I got.
Heather.
Ditto. I mean, what else?
You're like at the end of the line.
Yeah,
You're
like
we
what
all
else
said
could I
it.
say that everybody else
That's how I
has
felt.
not
I'm like-
said? You know, when I started, what is this going on? Starting into my seventh year, I think now. When I started, you know, I wasn't sure what to expect, and I just kind of, you know, followed your lead on a lot of things because I knew you did have a lot of insight and a lot of knowledge with, you know, getting the village out of fiscal emergency and things like that. So I didn't necessarily want to add on to, you know, putting the position back in a position where you guys had worked so hard. So I just kind of took my cues and was a lot more diligent and a lot more thoughtful with the things that, you know, the areas that we were going, because that was always something that you did strive and like, okay, just know that if we do this could, okay. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you gave us a lot of insight. You gave us a lot of mothering, a lot of teaching. And I will say this, we may not have not seen eye to eye on things. We just might have had differing views of how to get to the same place. But it was refreshing that it wasn't like a headbutting thing. Like, you always heard out other people's views. You always, you know, had time to talk. You always had ways that you were able to make people see, you know, this could be this way, that could be that way, but you also didn't diminish anybody else's thoughts as to how their viewpoints were. At least not me personally. Maybe a couple other ones. You know. But I was kind of with you on that page with those as well. But anyway. But, you know, you will be missed. I know you will be in the background somewhere.
Dancing.
Yeah, dancing. But I do have to say that tomorrow I do have one call to make. And that will be to Uncle Tito's to put a permanent reservation for a booth in your honor, because I'm sure you will be there a lot more now.
No,
So-
once a week.
I don't think it can be done.
I mean, now that she's,
dedicated booth
you
for
know,
Laura?
yeah, dedicated booth just to Laura.
We
This
should get a little
is,
plaque made and stick
Yeah,
it
we
there.
should.
That's funny.
yeah, so always
And I
have
don't
a,
even drink that much. It's just I like the You know,
They have great
that's
food.
everybody's meeting place, right?
I know.
That's where we have our best meetings.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is the only thing on my to-do list to
Okay.
follow up with
Thank
you
you.
being on council. But yes, thank you again for all your hard
Thanks,
work and
Heather.
dedication. My only other thing is I would like to thank everybody that has donated so far to the Spartan Snack Pack GoFundMe. As of right now, we are at $625, which will go quite a long way with the Akron Canton Food Bank. You know, there is always room for more. You know, that especially with the holidays and things like that. So, and we were lucky enough and able enough to have a wonderful, with our food thing, that families kind of drive through, they get their food, and then we were able to kind of do additional things for them. You know, give mom bags, because, you know, kids don't always have the money to be able to go and get things for mom. So, you know, one of my things is I always like to, you know, make sure moms have something nice, and you know, stocking stuffers and a few little things here and there, and that. So we had a wonderful, you know, time and things like that with being able to kind of help support, you know, our Springfield Spartan families this time of Christmas. So, but if you would like to continue to donate, because our thing is, you know, hunger doesn't stop after the holidays. Just because it hits, you know, January 2nd after the new year, the holidays are over, you know, that's, you know, that doesn't mean anything to a child that doesn't have food. So if you go to the GoFundMe, it's Feed Hope. I don't remember the rest of it, but I do know it's on the community pages. That you know you're from Lakemore. I do believe Carolyn Mawson is going to put it on the village page as well, and it's also on the community, Lakemore community page. So if you just kind of search through there will be a link on those as well. So any donation, doesn't matter how small, would be a huge benefit to our kids, and a great thank you to anybody that has and will donate. So with that, I am done.
Thank you.
Before I turn it over to you, I just want to say thank you to the road crew. For like
Absolutely.
They
all
do the
breaks,
best.
and also just
They're
Yeah.
exhausted.
Props to the road department.
I know, and you know, you leave Lakemore, you realize it real
Right.
quick
They
how
both had
good.
water breaks.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
They
mean
both had water
they
breaks,
are
so.
they clean out Lakemore real quick.
I know they work very
Appreciate.
hard. So
Yeah.
appreciate
We went through
that.
a lot of
I appreciate
salt.
you.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you wrangling. them.
Yeah, no, they're great. So, yes, thank you to my guys. They have been slammed. They went through, I don't remember how many hundreds of tons of salt this weekend. Because we had to order 400 ton today. They went right into this morning coming in to check the roads, and then Sergeant Morrison was kind enough to let us know there was a water break, toothy from the last one. So sorry to everybody who was on a boil last week's on a boil alert right now, but hopefully it'll be in tomorrow. That section of line, I am trying to apply for emergency funding to get that entire section replaced. And Spana Brothers are hoping to start Second Street, which was another project I got funded, emergency funding for last year, or I applied last year. Hopefully they'll start after the first of the year. They're working on cammering our sanitary lines where Lumos had their subcontractors boring to make sure there are no other lines that were bored through. So just trying to pick and choose priorities. But that's all I have. And yes, thank you very much. We've accomplished a lot in in these 13 years you've been here. I'm really proud of us. We've done a lot.
Another thing I was proud of, not for myself, but that I was able to do under the previous mayor and previous police chief, was they bought into me bringing that little pantry here, the old one. And now look how much it has expanded.
It has.
That makes me feel a lot of joy.
Yes.
That
And
we
thank
did
you to Lakemore Lions. They've taken a week or two here and there every month to check it, clean it, and stock it.
I love
And
it.
Springfield Assembly God has also. So,
So they've come a long way.
yep, so we're blessed.
I don't think we have anyone, other than Mr. Yerga.
Mr. Yergin, you're up.
John Yergin, 1177 Canada. First of all, I'd like to say, listening to the testimony of the projects and all Laura has done, that even though the random social media posts that suggest this board should resign are ridiculous, because they're involved and they have the best of the village at heart, so that's just bogus. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What I wanted to speak about was the power outage Friday evening.
Yeah.
First question would be, do we know what happened?
I've not heard.
I heard a transformer blew, but it wiped out Lakemore, Springfield, Mogador,
Ellett.
Ellett, yeah.
Forest Lakes, I mean, it was a-
Yeah,
Coventry.
I was even-
That's crazy.
Yeah, so,
It couldn't have been an accident. It wouldn't have taken
No.
out that
Ah,
much.
No.
yeah.
It just, it seemed to be too wide of a service area to be a transformer,
Right.
but it could have cascaded, I suppose.
Right.
you know,
yeah.
As it shorts
Can I
down.
interrupt?
Yeah.
It was, they're thinking it was a failed insulator on the line that serves the area.
Wow.
And it took so long because with those, they have to go walk on foot with lights and look up and figure out where it's at. It won't tell where it's at.
Okay.
So did I.
Second question, maybe Tracy would know, but my wife is on supplemental oxygen. She has a home concentrator, AC machine, and a couple of DC battery-powered portables. When we were at the house in Suffield, I remember signing up with, I guess it was at Ohio Edison, to let them know that without power, doesn't have oxygen. And so that they would try to get you set up
Service
quickly
faster.
if they could, or at least if they had a number of those in a service area, they'd dispatch a second crew or something, to do that.
I do believe that they will do that, but our fire department also keeps a list of critical, so I would definitely, I can pass along your information to them
Okay?
as a critical.
Yeah, because when the power went out and we were at 10 o'clock there, we were watching TV went out, lights went out,
Yeah.
and her concentrator went out. So immediately you grab a portable that was charged. She uses that. But I couldn't plug it in to recharge it
Right.
in the house, the AC current. But you can't, the home machine is a continuous flow, the portables are pulse, and that it senses you when you start to breathe and shoves a bolus of oxygen down the line. So if you go to sleep and your breathing and respiration drops, the machine isn't smart enough to keep supplying you with enough oxygen, so you really shouldn't be sleeping with them. So we used both portables till their batteries were exhausted. I got a lithium backup battery out of the closet and plugged the home concentrator into it, 110, which really, it was enough wattage to run it, but it, drops the battery pretty rapidly.
Yeah.
And so she ran on that, and I went out, finally, she got real tired there in the night there, so I said, well, just lay down, and I got the battery jump box out of the trunk of the car, which has a 12-volt thing, plugged that in there, but I'm like, when did I charge this last? I don't even remember. So, you're watching the clock, I'm online to First Ed Energy, I get this back, and I was running out of options, to the point where, well, we're gonna have to get in the car, go over to the fire station, and see what they can do. I had the chief and I in Suffield, he said, just bring her on down, we'll put her in one of the recliners, plug her in, and, it's
And that's
good to
what they
go.
would do.
Yeah, so I figured I haven't talked to Kevin about that, but I
Yeah.
figured that would be available.
Yeah.
So we were gonna do that, and the power come back.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh my God. So I was that close to, she has a backup oxygen tank. It was empty. That was the first thing we put on. And I
They
was
can
running out of
help
options.
get them filled. They can, like you said, bring her down and they'll hook her up to what we have, because we do have generators here. And then as far as First Energy, I will reach out to Amy. She's like our community engagement,
Oh, good.
and ask her, do they have something like that, to make you a priority?
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that to our attention.
Yeah,
that
we
is-
do on the
we
water
appreciate
side, if somebody's on dialysis, if we know that if they're on dialysis, we make sure that we have a backup plan for them.
Yeah,
So, but yeah,
I've got
electric
2 or 3
definitely.
layers of plan there, and it's not like it's not like oxygen is like a scuba diver. That she'd
Right.
literally die if you took the oxygen off.
Right,
her,
but-
But her blood ox drops dramatically, and it's not
Yeah.
anything good. But
No.
you only got so many backup plans.
Right, right.
We'll do them. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Old business, Mr. Ray.
All right.
All right, so first up, I'd like to make a motion to adopt ordinance 1908-2025. This is an ordinance to amend ordinance 1873-2024 pertaining to the water base and usage rate for the village of Lakemore.
And second,
Roll call.
Mr. Reitner?
yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Abstain.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Old business, or new business, Mrs. Cochran?
Okay, I will take it
See, we
on.
loaded her up more or less.
Yeah, I did.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt a resolution number 7518-2025, a resolution accepting the resignation of Jasmine Harper as part-time firefighter medic with the Lakemore Fire Department. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with the 3 readings.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
Second the original. Roll call.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Next, I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7520-2025, a resolution to apply for a grant from Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation and declaring an emergency. First, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with the 3 reads.
And second,
Roll call.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Second the original.
Roll call.
And just add,
Oh.
next, if they want to actually bring a firehouse subs down here,
Plus,
please do.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Next, I'd like to make a motion to adopt a resolution number 7521-2025, a resolution approving the Lakemore Police Chief to accept a grant from the U.S. Department of Justice COPS Office for Law Enforcement, Mental Health and Wellness, and declaring an emergency. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with 3 reads.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
I'll second the original as
Roll
well.
call.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Next and last, I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7522-2025, a resolution approving the police chief to enter into a donation agreement with the village of Mogador. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with the 3 reads.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
I'll second the original.
Thank
Roll
you.
call.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
All right, next up, I'd like to make a motion to adopt ordinance 1913-2025. This is an ordinance to amend ordinance 1874-2024, make appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Lakemore, State of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2025. But for the last time of 2025, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with the 3 reads for
I'll
this.
second.
Roll call.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
I'll second the original.
Roll call?
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to adopt Resolution 7519-2025, a resolution confirming the mayor's appointment of Sam Ray, John Strittmatter, 2 members from the fire department, and Clarence Bittner as board members of the Volunteer Firefighters Dependents Fund for 2026. First, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with 3 readings.
A second.
Roll call?
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
I'll second the original.
Roll call?
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to
I
make a
forgot what I
motion.
was doing for a second. I'm like, wait.
Okay, the last one for the year. I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7523-2025, a resolution authorizing the village administrator to apply for, accept, and enter into a water pollution control loan fund, WPCLF, agreement on behalf of the village of Lakemore for planning, designing, and/or construction of wastewater or facilities phase 2, and designating a dedicated repayment source for the loan. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with 3 readings.
Second.
Roll call?
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
I'll second the original.
Roll call?
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Okay, I see no reason to make a motion to enter into an executive session. So for the last time in my sitting here in this position, I'm gonna make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Mr.
Roll
Ray? Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reichner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
She said amen.
Meeting adjourned at 6:55.
Oh, thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Good meeting.
Things, they call it.